Hello Brussels, here is Benjamin Appl. I'm a baritone who grew up in Bavaria but now live in London, and I'm very excited to come to the BOZAR Brussels quite soon at the beginning of November. I was asked to do a selfie video, which is my first ever, so I'm quite nervous about that. And right now I'm here in the Sage Gateshead, one of the members of the ECHO, of the European Concert Hall Organization, because I'm now rehearsing Mahler's Lied von der Erde with the Royal Northern Symphonia. So I thought it's a nice idea to have one of the partner halls in the background. Together with the pianist Gary Matthew, I'm coming to the BOZAR Brussels on the 4th of November, and I'm nominated by the Barbican London. So I've been asked to answer a few questions. Let's start. Why did you choose to sing? Well, I think that's kind of a natural thing because my family is quite musical and we all sang, or my mom sings in choirs and she conducts, and my two brothers are also still singing in choirs, and I grew up in a tradition as a boys' choir, as a singing boy in a boys' choir. And so singing was always an important part in our lives. But then I also learned the violin and the piano, but I always thought singing and to be able to have the instrument in your body and being one with the instrument, and you're able to express every kind of sentiment, all moods, all emotions. I found it quite extraordinary and not comparable with any other instrument. So I think that's what fascinates me in singing. The person that inspired you the most within your career, well, that's kind of a tricky, difficult question. There are a lot of different people, I would say so, but I would like to mention the Master of Music at the Cathedral Choir in Regensburg, where I started to sing. His name is Georg Ratzinger, and I think he really planted the seed for the passion for singing and the interest in really discovering new music. After that, of course, a lot of other people came into my life, like voice teachers, different coaches. But I also would like to mention my mentor, Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau. What was your first or strongest musical experience you can remember? Well, there's kind of silly, maybe my very, very first public performance, which was in a group of people. So a society of my home village went to a Rhine tour, and we all sat in a coach, and people asked me to perform a song which is called Königsjodler. It's a piece about a König and a yodel master, and there's especially one recording where I was very fascinated by a Bavarian comedian, and he sang on purpose, completely out of tune, this yodel. And so I stood in front of all the people in the coach with a microphone and sang this Königsjodler, which was kind of, now I think it's quite embarrassing, but hey. Can you share with us an uncommon or weird passion, habit of yours? There are quite many. Maybe I mentioned just one. The first thing in the morning, what I'm doing is, after I woke up, is really checking if the voice is still here. It's like, I think it would be the most terrible experience in life to wake up and not having a voice anymore. So it's like always, it's there. So yeah, I think that's quite awkward. Why did you choose this program? I thought I would like to present, of course, a lot of German song repertory, which is quite important and familiar to me. So there will be Schumann's Dichterliebe, which is one of the most famous song cycles ever written, and also some Schubert songs, selected ones, with poems by Goethe, because I always think I have kind of a very close, or I feel close to Franz Schubert's music. And also, as an opener of the recital, there will be 3 Duparc songs. Could you give us some listening keys? Well, I think the music of Schubert and Schumann explain themselves easily to a new audience. So Schumann's Dichterliebe is about a young protagonist who lives through the emotions of love and discovers much more about himself and his personality. Schubert's songs with settings by Goethe, I think the relationship between Goethe and Schubert is quite interesting. They've never met in life, and Goethe was incredibly admired by Schubert. Schubert wrote some of his finest songs to poems by Goethe, and he was so proud of them, so he thought to send it to Goethe himself, and he has never heard back from him. And after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the complete envelope came back, but not opened by Goethe, so he even didn't look at them. Schubert was quite sad about that, and he started to compose especially for other poets. And I think the songs by Duparc are 3 beautiful ones, and especially the very first one called L'Invitation au Voyage is a beautiful opener of a recital where I think the performer, the music, the text takes the audience on their hands and takes the audience to a beautiful journey of songs and poetry. Finally, could you share with us, by singing it, a short fragment of a score? Well, that's kind of a tricky one because we don't have any piano here, but I will try to sing, let's say, Erlking. Oh my God, I'm running out of battery, sorry. Well, anyway, you will hear it in Brussels very soon and on the 4th of November. I'm looking very much forward to this concert, and I hope to see you all there. Take care and have a good time. Bye-bye.